Radhika Das, and you are tuned into the Daily Dispatch. No Monday Blues, as the startup space has some exciting news coming from Bounce, Ola, and Ride Champs. Our first story today: electric scooter rental startup Bounce is making an investment of about $100 million over the next 12 months. Now, this fund infusion will be used for the manufacturing of e-scooters and expanding the battery swapping infrastructure. The company plans to launch its e-scooter this month, and deliveries are expected to begin in February. Ola's subsidiary, which is Ola Financial Services, is now looking to expand its insurance business internationally. With this move, the brand wants to support its mobility service through products that are designed for UK, Australia, and New Zealand markets. Now, the financial services will be launching new lending offerings in the form of two-wheeler, four-wheeler, and personal loans. EdTech startup Ride Champs has closed $63 million in total funding since it began operations in August 2020. The startup is now valued at nearly $500 million. Premji Invest led the new round of funding of about $51 million. There was also participation from GSP Ventures, O21 Capital, and BNX.
Well, joining us for this very special interview is Atul Kumar from Fraazo. The company has just raised about $50 million and has been in news of late. Atul, many thanks for joining us on the Daily Dispatch. Tell us a little bit about the fundraise and what the funds are going to be utilized towards.
First of all, thanks a lot, Priya, for getting us on the show. I think it's been an incredible journey for us. So this last round, we have raised around 50 million. Primarily, we are going to use it for the expansion across the cities. So our goal is to reach out to possibly 15 odd tier 1 and metro cities in next 12 to 18 months. That's going to be one of the prime utilization. We are also going to use it for product development and also strengthen our supply chain. So these are primarily use case for the fund that we have raised till now.
Right. At this point in time, the whole grocery space, specifically vegetables, fruits, is a very competitive space. We have big basket and we have bigger MNCs also entering this space. So tell us a little bit about what your differentiating factor will be, considering that, even a company like Tata has now invested in a company like Big Basket.
So yeah, you are right. It's a lot more competitive, but the good thing is market is very nascent right now. So although the grocery space as such is more than $500 billion market, but the online portion of that is less than 0.1%, and therefore there is a lot of space for players like us without too much worrying about competition at this point of time. Because the space is so vast, I think it can easily accommodate 4 or 5 players like us, and all of us can scale very fast. While saying that, I think there are 3 or 4 things that we focus a lot as a company. Foremost thing for us is quality. So quality of produce has to be absolutely top notch. The second is convenience. So we fight very hard to ensure that we deliver all the materials within 30 minutes is what our target is. And we are already doing most of our deliveries within 30 minutes. And third is the pricing. So because of our direct sourcing from farmers and controlling the entire supply chain, our pricing is very competitive compared to any other player that's there in the market, and even very competitive compared to the offline player as well, right? So those are the benefits that we give to our customers, and because of this, all these 3 things combined, we have seen significant growth for us. I mean, we have grown almost like 6 times in the last 6 months. So I hope that all these things are working, and we will keep working on that to ensure that all these benefits are passed to the customers.
So if you could tell me a little bit about what are you looking at going forward in terms of expansion, diversification, and categories? What is the plan? Are you only going to be focusing on vegetables, fruits, herbs, dairy? Will you be looking at entering new segments as well?
Right. So 2 things actually. One, obviously, we believe that there is a requirement for such service across cities. So we are right now only in Mumbai and Hyderabad. In fact, Hyderabad also is just 1.5 month old operations for us. But we will add many more cities going forward. Idea is being in top 15 cities in next 12 to 18 months. So that's going to be our expansion strategy on part of geographical expansion. In terms of categories, we are already adding adjacent categories. So for example, we already have dairy, we already have ready to cook idli, dosa batter, and all those things. We will add more and more adjacent categories to the basket. Again, the idea being that whatever is daily necessity for a customer in kitchen, we should be able to provide them at a very convenient, very convenient way and very cost effective way.
Right, when you look at the kind of deliveries, you said that you're looking at 2-hour deliveries and shorter time windows for delivery of products. So, does this mean that you have increased number of distribution centers, or how are you planning such quick deliveries? Because there could be one delivery in Powai in Mumbai and one
Yes.
delivery in South Mumbai. So, how are you going to
Right.
get products to people so quickly?
Yeah, actually, our goal is that any customer in any of these cities should not be more than 2 kilometers from our distribution point, right? So that is what we target for. We already have around 50 odd distribution points in Mumbai and more than 25 odd distribution points in Hyderabad, ensuring that none of the customer who orders with us is, let's say, more than 3 kilometers from us. On an average, they are 1.5 to 2 kilometers away from our center. And that's the reason most of the deliveries now we are able to deliver within 30 minutes. In fact, when we started with 90-minute delivery. But the way customers are demanding, as well as the changing environment, is permitting us to deliver within 30 minutes. I think going forward, that will become more or less like hygiene for every one of us to survive. Unless we can deliver in 30 minutes, I don't think there is a market for us.
Right. Are you looking at further collaborations and partnerships in the space? Would you be looking at tying up with nearby grocery stores, etc.? Is you're also going to be looking at delivering other essentials as well?
Not really, Priya. We believe that if particularly for F&B segment, fresh segment, it's very important that we control entire supply chain to ensure that the quality across the supply chain as well as what is delivered to the customer is intact, right? So for that, we will have complete control on the entire supply chain. We will not partner with anyone for keeping inventory or generating supply point from their stores. So we will not be doing that. We will always maintain and control the inventory because that gives better experience on the customer side also in terms of availability of the product in real time, ensuring that the real time inventory is reflected on the customer app as well, right? So there are multiple advantages that we are gaining out of controlling the entire end-to-end inventory and supply chain. We will not let that go. We will always have full control on that.
Right. The final question, as far as revenue is concerned, what kind of revenue targets are you working with for FY22, and what kind of growth are you expecting year on year?
So last 6 months, we have grown almost 6 times actually in terms of revenue as well as in terms of number of orders. Next 12 to 18 months, we are targeting almost another 20x growth for us. That's the visibility that we are having or we are seeing for ourselves. It will be same city growth as well as growing in the new cities. So the target that we have set for ourselves is next 12 to 18 months, we intend to achieve almost 10 million orders a month is what we are looking at. And I think we are very much on track to do that. We are growing almost like 50% month on month already. So we should be able to achieve that.
All right. On that note, thank you very much for joining us today, Atul. And we wish you all the very best in your journey going forward. And I hope that you start delivering to Pune, which is my city, very soon. Thanks so much for your time.
Certainly, yeah. Thanks a lot for again giving us this opportunity to present Fraazo.
That's all for today. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Have a good day.